perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. Touchdown! This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket. All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra.
It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more, all at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel is the answer to all your lunch and dinner cravings. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burnt-end sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Don't forget their great sides like mac and cheese, cheesy potatoes, barbecue beans, or red slaw. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel, open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Coming at you live from the 93.7 The Ticket studio from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Uncut with former Nebraska baseball pitcher Kyle Perry on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in to Uncut with the host, Kyle Perry, former Nebraska baseball pitcher to my left as always. And his show's going to be a little malleable at times here. Fill in the gaps for Ticket Weeknights for us. As don't go anywhere, though, because after this one, we will have spare time with a couple of Husker Bowlers as well. And Ticket Weeknights will keep rolling on. I do want to give some updates here since we got the former Nebraska baseball pitcher himself and a Royals fan, correct?
Yes, sir.
Let's look at that score here. Last time we looked, they were up 4-1, and we are still up 4-1 over the Yankees. Currently down in the series, though, 0-1. Yankees do lead it, but bottom of the fourth here. Kyle Perry, how you feeling on a Monday night? More importantly, how you feeling about the Kansas City Royals?
Brother, I feel great, Harrison. It's great to be here. Happy Monday to everybody listening. Happy Monday to you, Harrison.
You too, KP.
Great to be back here with you. Starting to get into a routine. You said it's malleable.
Yeah.
For show. I like that. That. But
appreciate it. You and Brewington always shouting out the vocab.
Absolutely. You got to give credit where credit's due. I prefer flexible. I'm not
all right.
Malleable. I'm not soft, Harrison. Come on, man. No, I'm kidding. That was a really good word.
Really I'm glad I could
love that malleable.
There you go. Impress you right off the bat here.
Right off
the first 60 seconds. Let's see here. 402-464-5685. You guys want to join in? Feel free to do so, especially since we do got World Series ball going on here. Well, at least the playoffs as of now, heading to the World Series. We'll find out who that is. But if you want to talk some baseball with KP, definitely drop those in here. But I do got to start. Did you go to the game, or were you watching from home?
No, I was watching from home. Yeah, I was out in Valley on the lake, and with a bunch of friends, and taking in the game. And we were both pretty far off on our predictions. What did you say?
35-10?
Yep. And I had 31-16. So we had similar, scores, similar routes that just did not go the way we thought. So
I got to stop listening to Joel Klatt. That's my problem.
Well, then maybe I just need to stop listening to myself too. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is. What does Joel do?
I think he knows. And if anybody's listened to him before, which I'm sure being a sports radio station, and if you guys are listening, you probably know the name, probably listened to his takes before. He just does a lot of college football takes. I think he knows that there is just a rabid fan base of Husker football fans. So he'll dip into that pocket a lot and really, really get the hopes up. But I think he does generally like the Huskers as well. But he's almost talks like a Husker fan sometimes.
Yeah,
because he's 2 games in a row now. Again, where he's calling like blowouts for the Huskers, and it hasn't quite come to fruition.
That's funny,
but they're still winning games.
If they keep winning, I don't care how they do it. But that is funny that I've noticed that with the media and the people with the content they put out there trying to cater to Nebraska fans because they know it's going to get the clicks. And if they hype up the football team, it's gonna garner some great attention and it never fails. It never fails, and that's the funniest thing.
That's because Jack Wagon's like me. I'm like, yeah, I like those stats. I'll retweet that. It sizes up with what I'm thinking here.
I mean, that's why we're always off-season national champs, dude. I mean, it is pretty exclusive to Nebraska.
Yeah, it's better than being the apathetic champs.
Because if a media outlet's having a down spell with ratings or clicks or whatever you want to call it, and get media engagements.
Yeah, be careful with that. Royals audio, though. I'll tell you if you turn that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the headsets are picking it up, but
no, I hope not.
I'm sure we don't have rights for that.
That's on no. That'd be tough.
Yeah. KP.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah,
gets fired.
I promise you, it's honest mistake. Yeah, my bad. But
no, I don't think the headphones are picking it up. But just be safe.
Yeah, good call. It's a professional call. But I think that's the media for media engagements. If they're down, just say something how Nebraska is.
Well, you probably saw that, especially when you decided to come back. I felt like Husker media really started to embrace Kyle Perry in a way they hadn't done it before.
Really?
Where I mean, did you see that on social media at all, or is that just from my end because I worked with you from the ticket? Maybe the algorithm.
Yeah, maybe
put you in my feed.
Yeah, I tried to stay off of Twitter a lot.
Tough thing to do
when I was playing, just because you get for just as much, the good things, you can see the bad things, and it's, you don't want to be caught up in that. But no, the media, they do such a good job in Lincoln, and so they really wanted to do like something when I knew I was coming back for my 6th year, like a video, and I was pushing it off and trying to ignore those guys, and they just eventually kept asking, so we did it, and because I knew they were going to put something cool together, so I was like, yeah, cool, do it. And really looking back at it, it's just like, gosh, I totally would not have done that. Like, it's just like,
have you always been like,
because it just kind of puts you on under a spotlight. But I get the media, the people love seeing it and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just felt like it wasn't really me. And then you look back at like the video itself, and it's just cringe, like the stuff I was saying. So it's
You were a leader, KP.
well, yeah, I'll lead for sure, but
Mhm.
it's just like that's it's when I got here, I came into a culture of like you don't tweet yourself, you don't like
I'm kind of
you know
broken in that way
you
too.
don't
I
retweet
get it.
yourself when you get put out, you don't
Mhm.
repost like pictures on Instagram that people post of you like after you have a good outing because I mean you're not going to be doing that when you go for 4, give up 6 runs, whatever. That's just kind of the culture I came into. And that's what the older guys had established, and I mean I bought in right away to that and really embodied it.
That was really the culture that was established.
Yeah, but I mean it was just kind of
I know. I like
like
the culture. Don't get me wrong.
it's the team. You find out what really matters, in the clubhouse and how guys and just how many different like paths, that you and your teammates are going down and I don't know. I just that's just what it was. I remember it wasn't like you'd get scolded if you were to, but it was kind of like I remember we had Chad Linsman on the team. His brother ended up pitching against us in the Big Ten championship this last year, and uh, but anyways, like if you were to retweet something about yourself in the season, like he'd call you out on the bus, like, "Oh, Perry's tweeting himself," and like you don't want that as a freshman, and that was a pretty mature team that year, a lot of old guys, and so that's just I embodied that, and I didn't really do it at all in college, so that's just kind of that's how I was brought up, and that's when college starts, that's when I started to know and understand what needed to matter in my world to do well in baseball. But yeah, so long story short, I don't like posting myself. I guess.
I'll be honest. That culture gives me hope. I
Yeah.
like that. That's awesome.
I don't know, and quite frankly, I I think I was one of the because I mean I know the guys that I came up through. That was our culture, and we all bought into that, like the guy, guys that I came in my freshman year with, and and that didn't change for us, but you can definitely tell the times were changing,
Oh yeah.
and so that's definitely not the culture at all anymore. And I was one of the lasting pillars. It's funny because all those guys that were with me all along, they just weeded out, and me and Chase Shanneman were the last 2 standing in our 5th year that were under Erstad, and so. And then Shea signed with the Braves in the offseason and left me, being the lone wolf out of those guys. And but so I mean,
You really were the last
I
pillar.
really, yeah, exactly. I adapted to the times, but at the same time, it's really tough to kind of battle the differences because I mean, you stay 6 years, you get to see quite some change. So
How old are you, by the way?
what
What?
last year?
No, how old are you? Age?
Oh, 24.
24.
Yeah.
Okay.
I turned 24 in March, so
You are in that weird generation though, where
Yeah.
you and me both were. I'd say anywhere between like 23 to like 27
hmm
in the age group. People who like grew up on not a lot of technology. Like the internet was like we're firing off on like MSN Messenger.
yeah,
That was kind of like the first big thing. And
sure,
like if you got an email, that was crazy.
yeah.
Now
Kick,
emails are just up the wahoo.
you remember Kick?
I remember that one running around the school. I heard that was a bad one. Though.
And they did it so much better on Kick than they do on GroupMe.
That's what I never had it, but I hear that a lot of people use Kick.
No, they did it well.
Just
They did-
free text messages.
Yeah,
Right? Wasn't that the whole thing?
Yeah, it was like GroupMe, but yeah, just individual more so than group text.
And parents had no idea.
Yeah,
Remember Yak?
yeah,
Yak was crazy.
yeah. Not the one with the woolly mammoth or something.
Yeah, it was just like local.
Or a yak, I guess.
Because we had the public school right across from our private school.
Yeah,
You can imagine the banter on Yak. I mean, literally
That's
right across
electric.
the road. It was
that's
electric.
actually pretty cool.
Yeah, the beef was always on there.
Yeah, no doubt. So I mean, like I'm kind of So I totally
that
get what
was
you're saying. Is like
Freshman in high school.
yeah,
So like it's
yeah.
crazy to go from MSN Messenger to local proximity text that everybody within that local region can
Yeah.
all see, and you can just upload it instantly.
Yeah, no doubt. I know you totally would agree with me. Like when it comes to like the technology and the phones, like we've talked about it, how you just want to turn it off and not hear from anybody for a couple hours,
Yeah.
sort of thing. But yeah, I'm so definitely going with that. It's kind of like that. That's how it felt when, you stay long enough and that the kids that were the iPad kids start coming in,
Yeah.
for lack of a better term. But yeah, that's just kind of, so there's a lot of adapting to do, but at the same time, it's like it would really bother you. Say we lost a game and you see a guy posting stuff on his story or something, like, when you get tagged in a picture, you can just post it right away. Like,
Yeah.
and I think that will always bother me, but that's just how I was brought up, and I never, probably in high school, if that wasn't the culture that I came into, probably wouldn't have, I probably would have been that kid that that's posting stuff. But
Yeah, I
I'm
never try
glad.
to say I'm better. I just
Yeah.
say I'm like a part of a slightly different generation.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's like, I think where most of the NIL beef comes from too, with all this stuff, is like, not that the kids don't deserve money, but it's getting to a weird point. It's like, you make money based on how well you market, not necessarily what you do on the field.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of
Especially if
branding
you're
yourself.
a girl, which, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but like, that's just kind of like, if you go look at the numbers, it's not the best performing athletes. And
Mhm.
you don't have to do rocket science to try to figure out why. And it definitely puts like universities and, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like moral dilemmas that like you're just thinking
Sure.
about. Like, even as a guy in your case, like the last pillar of like kind of that culture, but at the same
Mhm.
time, it's changing so rapidly. And with NIL, that's how you market yourself and make money. You gotta really tell people not to do that.
Yeah.
Because if
No,
I grew
that's
up, I would probably try to make some more money doing that.
sure. Yeah. And that's it's a really good point, because that's really what it's become, is that it's a lot of branding yourself, the individual.
Yeah.
It's not branding your team. Like, not just, you don't get anything when you put your team out, but when you brand yourself and you create a brand, an image around your social media presence, and then on top of it, if you go and you perform out on the field or whatever, playing field you're on, that's then great. That's just double, but
Mhm.
yeah, there's a lot of individual tactics, I guess, that is kind of forced down your throat, that you kind of have to do to squeeze out the most of your NIL
Yeah.
opportunities in
And maybe
college.
locker rooms don't care. I mean, I don't know. What's your take on that?
No,
Like, do you just think locker rooms don't even care
I
about that
think
stuff?
now, not anymore, really, unless unless your post is super, off the chain or something. I
Yeah,
don't.
maybe like putting down or showing too much of the locker
Yeah,
room stuff.
yeah,
That's like
yeah.
showing if the boys are in the dugout in the clubhouse and like
Mhm.
someone's filming, because you even see that with coaches after big wins.
Yeah,
Someone's like going live, which is
yeah,
always crazy. That
yeah.
like, man,
No,
that's where I'm old, right? I'm like,
that would never happen in
your
our
first
locker room.
reaction is
But
to go live as opposed to enjoy it with your teammates.
yeah, and be in the moment.
And there's Huskers that have
Pretty
done that,
crazy.
and they're probably great guys.
No, that is pretty crazy. I don't. I totally get it. Like, if you're one of the guys that, like, you maybe you want to whip out your phone, take pictures like in the moment to capture the memory. If that's your reasoning, okay, whatever. But like hopping on live and getting out in the public view right away is
The
your first
live is
instinct.
crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty nuts.
Uh-huh.
I can't really relate with that, but
If I
no,
was a
that would
coach,
that would
that'd be
never
rule
happen.
one.
That would never happen in at Nebraska baseball. Knock on wood, never would.
Not in your tenure, anyways.
No, and I don't think ever. I don't think Coach Bolt would stand for that crap.
I think most coaches don't. I think
Yeah.
most coaches would probably prefer, like, hey, let's not go live. Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna take a video, it's whatever. But maybe not go live, because if you just don't know what people are gonna say.
Yeah, no, and you don't know what you're going to capture in the background.
Exactly. Especially
You
in a
know?
locker room. Like,
So
we've seen cases
just use your
like
freaking
that
head.
where there's been some teams where I don't know if they just didn't realize they were going live, but
Yeah.
then that stuff
See,
gets
there's
out
multiple steps to get to live, though. That's the thing that you don't just play. Like we can touch on it, but Shannon Sharp, come on, man,
Oh my lord.
come on, man. That you have. It's like a 4-step process to get to live. Like, first, you got to unlock your phone. And sure, you can do that in your pocket sometimes. I've disabled my phone multiple times, but then you got to go to Instagram or whatever app you're streaming live from, and you got to go to live. Are you sure? And I'm sure you got to click some other settings,
Yeah, but then you get the big live when you go live.
This is like,
Let you
dude,
know you're live.
like, what are we doing? But
I
hey.
still don't know the full story of that, and I beg my pardon. I
Nah,
didn't feel like
your
going the
pardon,
full
brother.
investigative journey.
no, that's
for that.
okay. I can't blame you. I really can't blame you.
It has been funny.
It's
seeing
pretty
him get
hilarious,
dunked
though.
on.
Him, Ocho Cinco, and Dion were on the podcast, and it's pretty epic. I love it, dude.
Credit
Funny.
credit to him though for just getting in front of it right away. I think
Yeah.
I think he uploaded a video message the night of, Like
That's
right,
that's
getting in front of it.
PR. I did my grad school certificate was on PR and social media training. Ironically, because that's just not my style. But I got to learn some stuff. But yeah, it was like crisis management was a big piece.
Oh yeah.
And there it's like, oof, PR firms or PR agents, whatever they hire when you're a celebrity and stuff. Those people are working overtime for a lot of those celebs.
Yeah, at least the video footage wasn't there. It's just really the audio you got to worry about.
Yeah,
And
that's the thing.
yeah, you can go figure it out for yourself. We'll just kind of keep it at that. But yeah, it was it's just, and that kind of goes back to circle around our whole point of like, I don't know what the hell this generation is or trying to be, but it's interesting. It's kind of sit back and watch it happen because you're not going to stop it type of vibe.
And you can do crap like that'll turn you into a superstar, overnight. It's crazy.
Well, I don't even want to say it and give it credit, but like the hot girl.
Yeah.
That was like, for me, when that was viral, I was like, and again, I always got to say, like, I'm not higher or better than anybody else, but for me, it's like, this isn't that. Is it just whatever stupid thing like caught the wave at the right time?
You talking about the hawk?
Yeah, the girl.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say.
I don't think we're able to say it, are we?
You probably could, but it's just so cringy.
Yeah,
there's a reason I'm avoiding it, and like most people can imagine.
Well, the people that are listening are probably super confused.
Yeah. I mean, you can say it. You can say Hawk Tui.
Yeah.
But that girl, that went super viral everywhere. Like,
she's got her own podcast, and I mean, anybody can have their own podcast. That's cool.
But it's just like, do you catch the wave? Like, that wasn't.
I mean, hey,
wasn't anything, man.
That's the thing, though.
It wasn't anything.
Society is so stupid now, dude, that where you can put anything out there and it catches on, and you like they got the. Have you seen the AJ and Big Justice guy? Or it's the father and son.
Oh,
duo.
the Costco.
The Costco guys. Around. There you go. Yeah.
Boom. Yeah. Have you seen them when they actually film it?
Pretty cringe, bro.
And there's other people putting out videos of them setting up their recording.
Yeah.
And it's just so bizarre to watch people with like the lights, and they're bringing it into a fast food restaurant, and they're doing it multiple times to get the best one. And
it's brutal.
Oh man, just
it's a brutal watch, man. It is, but that's the thing. They wouldn't be doing it if society hadn't caught on and turned them into this, this whole ordeal. It's just, that's the crazy thing. Is that people like, it's like a joke that you just run into the ground.
Yeah.
But if you run it into the ground, it's almost like it picks up more steam now. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because it's like Taylor Swift in the NFL. Like her or hate her, you're talking about her.
That's the thing. It's wild.
And the people we just brought up, I don't think either of us are very fond of how they make their income, but he just got talked about on sports radio in Lincoln, Nebraska for whatever reason.
Yeah, right.
So you like him, right? I'm like,
you like that?
Unfortunately, I probably gave them a couple Google searches, but
seriously, yeah, nice going. Good on us.
It wouldn't happen if they're Nebraska born and raised.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm just kidding. I have no idea. You never know. Shout out Evan Olson hopping in here as he did last time as well. We got thrown to our first break here. Quick score update. Royals still up 4-1. Looks like the fifth inning just wrapped up, so we'll be heading into the top of the sixth. And like I said, Royals got the 4-1 lead.
Wait, hold on. Stay tuned. I want to hear what Emmett has to say after the break.
All right, it's pretty simple. So Emmett, if you want to chime in more, feel free. But we're gonna throw the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll keep it rolling.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session, and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket. All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today.
I'm ready.
Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check.
Except this one.
I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread?
I can't stop eating it.
Rico!
Relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
Riddles Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddles Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddles Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddles Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddles Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddles inside Gateway Mall. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel is the answer to all your lunch and dinner cravings. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burnt-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Don't forget their great sides like mac and cheese, cheesy potatoes, barbecue beans, or red slaw. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel, open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
What's the radon level at your home? Don't know? Find out with a call to Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. Make sure your home is safe with a radon check from Bryant. If you've already tested, ask Bryant for a free estimate for mitigation. Once completed, you'll get a report showing how much safer your home is. When it comes to radon, call Bryant. 467-1111 for testing and mitigation. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. Touchdown! This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Back to Uncut with Kyle Perry on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Uncut with Kyle Perry. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. We got Crowbait chiming in. Appreciate it. And we also got Emmett Olson. Got a few notes from him. He says, how about Kerry Carpenter? Chop it up. And it's also got, it says, enjoying the show. So shout out Emmett Olson. And he wants to also go Manuel Clace. Shouting out him as well.
Emmanuel Clase.
Clase.
Shout out, dude. Shout out. Shout out.
That's why
Cleveland
you're here,
Guardians.
Perry. You're the baseball guy.
That's right, man. We'll take it over. Thanks to everybody listening out there. Happy Monday to you all, especially there, Emmett. That's our former Husker pitcher as well.
You can go find him on the old Uncuts.
That's right. Yeah, he's in the archives, no doubt. And yeah, fourth rounder, pick 110 to the Miami Marlins in the 2023 draft. So he's right now training down in Nashville, enjoying his time. So yeah, shout out Kerry Carpenter, man. Get yourself a good prospect there, Emmett. And yeah, Emmanuel Clase, he's freaking crazy, throwing 102-mile-an-hour cutters. That's pretty bizarre, man. Pitchers, bullpens specifically in the league today, man. Those guys are spooky. Just the stuff that you can see explode out of those guys' hands. It's pretty. Oh no, that's criminal. What a criminal double play at the end of the sixth there. Wow, dude, you didn't see it, but that was an MLB The Show type thing. Just smoked a line drive to the first baseman with the guy on first. First baseman snags it and steps on first for the double play and the inning. That's criminal. Ouch. 4-1 Royals going into the bottom of the sixth. Anywho, I'm sorry to get off track there. But
no, it's fine. I'm just still like in disbelief that the Royals are in this position.
Yeah, I love it. And
not only being here to win not just, first of all, how many more wins did they get from the previous season? It's an insane jump.
Dude, pretty incredible. I mean, they lost 106, 104, 106 somewhere in their games last year.
100.
Crazy, man. And so to even sniff the playoffs this year is miraculous.
Well, they went through like a rough patch too, where you weren't sure if the Royals are going to be able to hold together long enough to get to the end there.
And if they folded it, no one would have blamed them.
No, I mean, the win margin still would have been hell of a achievement compared to last season.
No doubt. And it's so tough to do in a league with, we'll say it again, baseball being a sport where there's so many factors that have to fall into place to even have sustained success, let alone, in 162 games. But
will we see baseball kind of level out the same way we're seeing other sports level out with NIL, you think? Or would it just forever be like SEC, ACC dominant?
Baseball, see, that's the thing. Baseball's always been kind of like any team can be beaten on any given day. My mom loves to use that.
True, but when you go through the playoffs, the College World Series every year, you are going to get some teams where, hey, any team can beat you, but you're racking up the SEC and ACC teams.
No doubt, and I think it was just kind of when NIL got there, it was kind of like the rich got richer type
that's kind
thing.
of what it feels like right now.
Because there's not much matching of NIL at other schools. So really, I don't think it's going to level out anytime soon.
Was there any, when we're talking about Big Ten, I know the Husker fan base is loyal, but do all the other teams care as much if you compare it to what the SEC passion is like for all of those teams, top to bottom?
No.
And that's where the NIL is at.
It's not even in the same ballpark. I mean, respectfully, and that's coming from a place of great generosity.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I think Huskers
within
do it all
the
right.
Husker country. Yeah, I mean, it's like.
But I've seen some of you guys' road games.
But it doesn't get matched. I'm sorry, it doesn't even come close to being matched. I mean, it's a pretty crazy. I would love to get some firsthand encounters, when it comes to NIL with Southeastern Conference players, and maybe sometime we'll get someone on here that will give us the insight. But I mean, it's.
Do you know any SEC guys?
I do.
It'd be fun to get one of those guys on.
Yeah, we can see who would be the best guy to bring on. But anyways, and here it is, Kerry Carpenter right there. Yeah. But anyways, that would be a good, some good insight to hear. But yeah, it's just one of those things, like, unless there is a concerted effort, like, okay, baseball, we're gonna pump it. we're gonna freaking hit the gas pedal with NIL
Mhm.
and that sport at that specific school. It's not gonna even out the way you're thinking that it is at on the national stage in football. Because it's
And even football
because
is
the
still
money's always there
SEC
for the
dominated.
football outside of the SEC. The money is there. For most of these universities, football is the engine that keeps it going.
That's a good
So
point. Yeah.
so that's going to be there, and that's leveling out as it should be right now. But baseball is the SEC is up here, and then everyone else they can try to match it, but I mean, definitely you can match it to an extent to where you can quote unquote buy talented teams that can compete with those teams, no doubt.
Mhm.
No doubt. So the actual product of baseball could level out to a certain extent, but it's not going to be like where you're getting SEC level talent teams, top to bottom. That's just never going to happen.
Yeah, and maybe it's not even worth it. I think we talked about last time. When you look at baseball, like speaking of Kansas City Royals, just being a small market team, they didn't have nearly the bankroll that a lot of these other teams that are in here had.
Yeah.
Yet here they are. I know they're down 0-1 in the series, but they're leading the Yankees, who spent a good amount of money. And they're leading at 4-1 right now.
Yeah.
At the bottom of the sixth.
And it's like just like that. I mean, the same, just like I was saying, how it doesn't mean that they can't build a team that's not going to compete against the big teams by no means.
Mhm.
By no means, you can't buy like you can buy all the talent in the world, but if the talent doesn't show up and put the work in and they suck, out there on the field, that's that. But
yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about this the other day too. Like when it comes to drafting, like I don't know what's harder. Like if you're in the NFL drafting or if you're in the MLB drafting.
yeah,
Because the baseball, I mean, it's such a more patient system
No doubt.
and it really like the development matters so much to such an insane degree because those guys typically take a little bit before they're even ready to go out there. When NFL, you got a guy who's fast and strong and a freak. You might, like an Aiden Hutchinson, for example. Detroit Lions figured out how to get him to go right away.
Yeah, no doubt. It's definitely a different because like those guys are a lot of those guys that get picked, early in those sports. I mean, NBA too. They're league ready.
NBA
A
is
lot of
probably the
them,
easiest one to be league ready, I would think.
Yeah, but it's just like basketball is just like baseball. There's so many people in the world that play freaking baseball. There's so many people that play basketball. Football, definitely not as universal than those two sports, but
yeah, that's true. You're not going to go, to Guatemala or the Dominican Republic and find yourself a hell of a linebacker.
no, yeah, it's
Or a
just, that
quarterback.
won't happen. No, but I mean, so there's just so much talent, and so yeah, you're forced to have a patient system of just ever flowing talent when it comes to professional baseball. But in college baseball, though, to take it back to the NIL, there's like the Florida team that we played in the regional last year. There was probably double digit guys on that team that were offered really good money out of high school to the draft.
100%.
Whether they were playing or not, I guarantee you there were some serious numbers that were turned down on that roster that was on that 3 seed team in Stillwater, Oklahoma. So it's like, and then you look at their record. Yeah, that's some of the best players in the country are on that team, and they're just a game above 500 going into that postseason. So it's like, I mean, you can that talent is going to be there at the Southeast Conference schools. That's just how it's going to be. That's never going to change. It's always been the case. So I can't see it leveling out to the same extent that it has been in football and maybe even in basketball and other sports. But
well, basketball is always the easiest one. As my phone hits the deck here, where you only need, you just need 5 guys.
Yeah,
you get 2 guys that you can afford to pay money, and everybody else is just what's around your local area. Those 2 guys can make a dramatic difference. Baseball, very much like football, where it's so team oriented.
Yeah,
where you maybe get a really good hitter, good pitcher, but at the end of the day, like if you got errors all over the place, you're still going to figure out a way to lose a lot of ball games.
No doubt. And yeah, at the end of the day, pitchers have to throw strikes, get guys out. The offense has to manufacture runs, and defense has to play at a high level. So it's the same game. That's not going to change, but it just is a little bit different now. So because it's like It's just like in in really any of the college sports. If you're doing well, extremely well, like standing out, at a smaller school, it's probably in your best interest to hop in the portal and take whatever huge check you're going to be offered by the SEC.
Yeah, and that part's so different now,
yeah.
but you don't blame the kids for it.
No,
Like,
you
what the
can't.
hell would you do?
You can't, and that's the thing. Like,
that's the reality of the.
It's like
the world.
in my loyal heart, where it comes, where it's like it was Nebraska would have been a really tough place to leave, and there was no money there trying to pull me away. But if I would have left, that would have been hard, just regardless. Like,
everybody's got a number.
No
is what you
doubt,
realize.
no doubt, absolutely.
And if you say you don't, you're lying to
No,
yourself.
100%,
Because
bro.
if that check was physical and in your face and it was signed, and
100%, dude.
you would think differently.
100%, and I'm well aware of that.
Especially when we're talking baseball. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
if it's morally conflicting to a serious degree, like, yeah, you're going to turn it down. But
Yeah.
when it comes to playing a game, like, you got a number.
Mhm.
And it's crazy to say that you don't. I am curious. We got a little bit of time here left. I did not know this. Did y'all know T Knight was on Family Feud? I know it's a little bit of a random tangent, but that
Really?
The shout out from Denny Tranmer, who says that one. I'd imagine Terrence Knight, the defensive line coach, is who he's talking about. T Knight.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, if
That's the only T Knight I know.
Knight with a K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
That's how I'd interpret.
I'm gonna have to go check that out.
Shout out Denny, dude. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be a hell of a clip to watch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's an imposing man, isn't he?
Well, speaking about guys that don't like social media as much, T Knight is very. I like how he handles his social media. He'll like just.
He likes it.
He's very low key about it.
Cool.
Like, he'll just kind of post when he has some stuff to say, but like, you don't see him being active,
I like
chiming
that.
in all the time.
I like that.
And I think that's, because if you're a coach too, I'm sure that's just been. If I was a head coach, I'd just hire someone probably to take care of it for me. 'Cause it's just a whole new world out there. But that's going to wrap it up for this segment right here. Keep going off on tangents. I do want to ask, and I had this as the initial thing I wanted to bring up when we're looking at Big Ten baseball fields.
Yeah.
Who's got some of the best? Who's got the worst? And then who's got the best fan base or even fan experience?
The best, man. Obviously,
Don't
Nebraska.
give me
That's
Nebraska.
one,
we can talk about Nebraska one.
the
Let's
unanimous one
save the
dog,
other for the next side here because we do got to throw it to break here.
No doubt.
Nebraska's great, and alcohol sales are there as well, which is a nice change. And that also looks like it'll be coming to Memorial Stadium, which is a whole nother thing. I know that people pushed away on that forever, but
We're turning that corner, Harrison, baby. We're turning it.
absolutely. Hey, brings in more revenue. We just talked about NIL and how important it is these days, whether you like it or not. That revenue has certainly helped. So don't go anywhere. One more segment with Kyle Perry. And then after that, like I said earlier, spare time, Julian Martin, Kayla Starr, a couple of Husker bowlers. They'll be joining me from that 9 to 10 o'clock slot. Don't go anywhere. We'll keep things rolling.
Fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Fuhrer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel is the answer to all your lunch and dinner cravings. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burnt-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Don't forget their great sides like mac and cheese, cheesy potatoes, barbecue beans, or red slaw. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel, open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
What's the radon level at your home? Don't know? Find out with a call to Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. Make sure your home is safe with a radon check from Bryant. If you've already tested, ask Bryant for a free estimate for mitigation. Once completed, you'll get a report showing how much safer your home is. When it comes to radon, call Bryant. 467-1111 for testing and mitigation. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. Touchdown! This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
You're listening to Uncut with Kyle Perry on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wrapping things up here. Scott Perry hits the drums there on the beat there. Wrap things up. 402-464-5685. You want to ask a final question before we get out of here? Only got about 3 minutes left before we switch it over to Spare Time with Julian Martin and Kayla Starr, a couple of Husker bowlers, and they might have a guest on as well. I know at some point, whether it's striking up a conversation or Spare Time, Coach Klempa, the coach himself, maybe joining one of those shows. I don't want to tease it for them But I know Caleb Verstrady and Anna Collins teased it last week. So hopefully tomorrow we'll see who they have as a guest. But I'm sure those guys will be great coming up here next, as they always are. All right, Kyle Perry, I asked you before Husker Haymarket Park, obviously number one in the Big Ten. Also got that nice little mound there. Kind of the hidden feature of that field that it took me a while to figure out what you guys were talking about. Because what it's that, I don't even know how to describe it.
What's that?
That little mound on the back there?
Like the trees and stuff?
No, I thought you guys had a nice little hill. I don't even want to call it a hill.
Not on
Just very
the field.
gradual.
Not on the field. We got the berms in the outfield.
Am I mixing this up?
Maybe a little bit.
I could have sworn I talked about you on gut. All right, just give me your two then.
Bro,
I thought you had a little bit of an like it's not even
Michigan State. Michigan State's got a hill in right field.
Yeah, that's the obvious one, though.
Yeah. Bro, yeah, we have pretty normal.
I could have sworn you had a gradual.
No.
I
No,
thought
you had
I'm
you
a
had me
center
really
field.
second guessing that, but no.
Now you got me second guessing.
No,
everything,
but
because
no,
I could have sworn.
but
you
I
said
will
gut.
know this because on MLB The Show now you can customize your own field. And last year, like on the road, I just dedicated a couple hours to creating the entire Haymarket Park just from memory, and
that's incredible.
If you look it up, it is clear which one I made, and I think I've played so many games there online.
Could you?
It's been downloaded many a times, but I made it just from scratch. I mean, I'm very proud of it.
I was going to say it's out there
it's
available
impressive. It's
to the
sick.
public.
Yes, absolutely. You just look up Haymarket Park, and it's
I bet
Hawksfield at Haymarket Park. That's
if you put that on Twitter, I bet you'd have a lot of people go down.
you can go eat it up. And Memorial Stadium in the back has got fans in it, and it's a really legit. It's so cool, bro. Every to the detail. No, I'm dead serious. It's so cool.
That's incredible. You
cool,
even
bro.
got Memorial Stadium and all in the background and everything.
Yeah, I promise.
That's
It's really cool,
fantastic.
dude. You got to check it out. It's so cool. Yeah, Hawksfield at Haymarket Park on MLB The Show. If anyone out there that plays, Emmett can vouch. Emmett plays a lot of MLB The Show. But yeah, no, we play there a lot, and he loves it. But yeah. So, anyways, but the number two,
I was impressed by your skill there.
Thank you. The number two field that I'd probably say in the Big Ten, I really enjoyed Indiana. Indiana was a pretty sweet.
That's a common answer.
Got to dogpile there too, so that was cool.
What's Penn State's like? I don't even know.
Dude, I was gonna say like Penn State, because dude, I'm telling you the competition when it comes to facility, like stadiums in the Big Ten, it's pretty. I'd probably say it's a flip of a coin between. It might be a three-way tie for third: Minnesota, Penn State, and Purdue.
Purdue is. I always just forget about Purdue.
Purdue just has a very clean setup, but screw them. But Penn
West
State,
Lafayette, gross.
they're in like an old like Bull Durham-esque, minor league park with the hills of Pennsylvania in the background. Really cool. It's actually really neat. It's
that's a big part. The foreground is massive. When it comes
no
to
doubt,
baseball
no doubt.
stadiums.
And Nebraska again, like Nebraska in every facet, I feel like just takes the cake.
We killed the entrance into Lincoln.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite
Yeah.
parts. If you're coming off, coming through the interstate there on that overpass when you go through Haymarket Park, see PBA, just fantastic.
Yeah, great.
I thought you
skyline.
would have said Minnesota for third.
Minnesota's got a sweet setup there. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, and then it's really downhill after there, dude. Because Michigan State, they literally have Michigan State's uphill, brother. That's uphill, but it is downhill at the same time. I mean, it's got a creek running along the outfield wall, and so it cuts a little close, and so there's just a super high hill, and then the fence, and then it's just back down into the creek. It's crazy. But yeah, so it's interesting, cool park, but
in the running for the worst,
but
maybe.
No, actually, it's not. That's
Northwestern?
probably middle of the pack. Northwestern's definitely lower tier, bro. Lower tier. Michigan is okay.
That's what you speaking about money. That's always one that surprises me.
Rutgers is, in a pillow fight with.
What?
Yeah, you could look that up, dude. Rutgers in a pillow fight with who was the team we just said?
Northwestern
and Rutgers in a pillow fight. Yeah, for Works Park. I mean, it's pretty brutal, bro. They probably take aerial pictures, make it look all nice with woods and stuff, but that's not how it is. It's pretty rough.
Yeah, they're using the really wide panoramic shot, so it's hard to see. I'll tell you right now, though, the foreground, you're not looking at much.
Yeah, so before every game, we would us as a pitching staff, I would spin a wheel and send it into our pitchers group chat. Good way to build camaraderie and whoever the wheel landed on the staff, they had
That's bad.
Yeah, pretty bad.
It's
huh?
kind of just like they had an open spot there.
Yeah,
like they didn't really care about the scenery and
dude. No, but that's the case with the vast majority of big time baseball. I promise you. You look up every single one and you look at the Google Maps. I mean, it's astounding how mid, that those stadiums are. I mean, it's pretty rough. That Rutgers one is bad, but Northwestern, not really good. And they've made some renovations to make it look okay, but
Northwestern's trying. They're also
playing
their football season on a temporary field,
dude.
right now.
Right, and that just that speaks volumes too. But
hey, tell you what, though, you get a hell of a degree walking out of that
place.
No
doubt. Yeah, great academics.
I want to look up Northwestern's field, and then I'll decide between Rutgers and Northwestern before we get out of here.
But well, anyways, what I was saying while you do this was we would spin the wheel, and whatever player it landed on would have to bring an energy drink, and we play hacky sack for who was on buckets, who was on home runs, and the winner of the game of hacky sack would win the energy drink. And so that became a tradition with our pitching staff the last couple of years. Really cool.
Okay, I always noticed you guys playing hacky sack.
And so we door dashed a white. I forgot to spin the wheel before one of our Rutgers games. Game knows we ended up losing, and then so we door dashed it down to the field, and this poor guy that was door dashing, I wonder what was going through his head, man.
I'd be so confused.
Brett Sears and I are running up this gravel road to go get a white monster that we probably paid $25 for. Crazy, just crazy times. Great memories though, man.
Did you tip the driver?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, then he doesn't mind.
I door dashed during COVID. I door dashed after a couple of big storms in Omaha. I respect the grind, brother.
That's absolutely what it is. And looking at this, I'll give it to Northwestern. At least they got some nice buildings behind
for
it.
the last.
Yeah. No. Rutgers.
Rutgers gets last.
Northwestern.
That's a good call.
At least got a nice building behind it and a tree line to look at.
Sure.
That's gonna wrap it up for us. Appreciate you listening. Shout out Kyle Perry on time as always. Spare time up next. Jillian Martin, Kayla Starr. We'll talk to you in a bit.